Going on, guys? Back out here in the garage working on the S10 again. So went ahead and pulled the fender out so that way when I get to the exhaust studs it's easier. I'll end up pulling that side and the steering shaft. But today I want to get the rocker arms on, push rods, valve covers, intake. I'd like to put the headers in today. We'll see. As long as the exhaust studs come out. Hopefully it's not too difficult. And then, so here's my intake. It's just a truck intake that's been shaved. So all the little ribs have been shaved down. Got fuel rails, injectors. Now this came with a drive-by-wire throttle body, and the Holley system I'm using doesn't use drive-by-wire, so I got drive-by cable, which I like the feel of it better. So got a little bit of work today. I would put the gas tank in and fuel lines, but I'm still waiting on that stuff to come in. I do have a fuel pump from Holley, and so just waiting on a fuel tank and fuel lines. I can run that stuff, but I do have brake lines and all that, so I got some stuff I can do till it shows up. But I'll get you guys set up and get this engine pretty much finished. Alright guys, got the intake on. Went to go put the fuel injectors in, and they're just stock truck injectors. Well, there's no O-rings. When I bought them, the guy told me. I totally forgot, spaced it out. So it's actually been a couple days, but got some new ones. Here's the part number. So I can finish the intake off, and then I want to get started on taking these exhaust manifold bolts out. I got a pile of nuts to try to weld on there. Got my welder over here. So hopefully they come out easy. They probably won't. I'll probably have to end up drilling and tapping them. So hopefully it's not too difficult, but we'll see. Alright guys, been out here for about 3 hours trying to get these exhaust studs out. Did finally get them out. So that one I used an extractor kit and it came out. This one I had to drill, so I'm waiting on a tap so I can re-tap it. Hopefully I can use the same size tap or bolt, but this side's done. Been messing with the other side, took a little longer. So I got them all out, even the ones in the back. So the back ones I used my welder and welded the nuts to them. There's since the stud was sticking out, I was able to put a larger nut over it, slide it over, and both of them came out in the back. This one, I had to drill this one too. So what I did was I had to use a bigger drill bit because the thread or the old bolt wouldn't come out. So I ended up drilling it a bigger size. I tapped it to a 3/8, which is what a small block Chevy is. So I'll just use one small block Chevy header bolt. Should be good, as long as it holds. I'm good with it. But also got my injectors on, got O-rings. So it's all on there. Put my throttle body on. Everything clears. So she's coming along slowly, but she's getting there. So now I've got my headers. I took one of them out. They're long tubes. They came as a kit, but they're Headman because it's upside down. But seems like a nice header. I don't know how the fitment is, but hopefully everything clears back here. So it'll sit in there like that. Uses a ball and socket collector, which it did come with them. I think they're 2.5 exit. Came with all the hardware and everything. I think it came with gaskets too. But so I'll throw that one in. The other side, I'm gonna have to wait till my tap shows up. I might be able to swing it in just to make sure it fits. So I don't have to make any modifications. But hopefully it all slides in. But headers are headers, and none of them fit right. Alright guys, headers are in. Believe it or not, they pretty much slid right in, which I'm very surprised. Which I'm also glad, because I kind of needed a break today because these header bolts, but clears the frame rails. It's not too dark in there. A little bit. But yeah, they both slid. Well, the driver's side one was a little difficult, but there we go. See the frame there and the header. Plenty of clearance. Can't really see on the cab, but you have to believe me, there's clearance. And same with the control arm. So now these gaskets are a little on the cheap side. They're just like paper, I think, with metal in them or something. So I'm going to use these to get it started, and then I'm going to get some multi-layer steel ones. I've had good luck with them. So here's the driver's side. Now, I couldn't remember how to take the steering shaft off, so I'm going to have to re-look that up. So it was a little difficult going around it, but everything clears just like the other side with the control arm, the frame, even the transmission. Of course, it still needs to angle up a little bit, but everything clears, and then the steering shaft will go down through here, which I've got my new one, which I don't know if I don't think I showed you guys yet, but Jeep Cherokee steering shaft. I believe it's from a 94. And on these you got to watch, because I think the Grand Cherokees have a different this end. The spline count, or the spline part that goes on the box, some of them have a bigger end or yoke, and those do not work because the splines are different, I believe. Can't recall on that, but I believe that's what it was. But I gotta cut this sleeve off so I can push it in. It'll go in there like that, which it is a lot smaller than the original. So there's the original. So this is original, this is the Cherokee. And this part, the rag joint, goes to the box. This part, yep, this part goes to the box as well. So it's pretty much the same length. I do know you have to push them in a little bit, but for the most part they're the same. So something fell. But there we go. Headers are in. Kind of. I do need to get a bolt because the ones I have are not long enough. The 3/8 bolts for in there, and they're not long enough. So I need to get a longer bolt for that, and then pretty much I can cinch this one down. And once my tap shows up for that side, I can get that one done. But yeah, I'm very happy with these. So they're Hedman long tube headers. Here's the part number. It came as a kit. It's a Transdap kit. I'll put the part number down here somewhere. Down here somewhere. But it comes with headers, oil pan, motor mounts, pretty much all the hardware, transmission cross member. Pretty much comes with everything to put the engine in with headers. You can get them with or without headers. You can get them with shorties or long tubes. I wanted long tubes because this is going to be a daily. I wanted the low end torque. That's why I use the truck intake as well. So happy with the headers. So it's a win in my book. So I think next video, I'm going to, I've got a bunch of parts, so I can put the front dress on if I wanted to. We'll figure it out when the time comes, because believe it or not, I bought another S10, which I'll show in the next video, and you guys will hear about my plan on that one. Pretty much the project's going off the rails like any other project. So I guess that's where I'm going to leave it on this one. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.